Are you alien to your incarnation? When you're not willing to comprehend the realities of reincarnation, you're unconscious of your own complicity within the events of history. You're unconscious of the ramifications of the cause and effects of your behaviors in surviving through times of life and physicality, and all that goes with that experience of spirit as flesh. You then lack the abilities to comprehend beyond the illusions of who you assume that you are. When you're born into this incarnation, your consciousness was implanted with the entrainment of what the limitations of the society around you would allow. There are lessons in overcoming the subjugation. How you reacted or responded to that process is what allows you to comprehend these things. It also can be part of what you have for issues with the comprehension of them. We are a co-creation of the life process. If you've spent years feeding and supporting the illusions while becoming more ingrained in the personality of who you assume you are, you may have not offered enough energy to be more clearly present in being that which you actually are. We are not our bodies. We are that which may have them. Thus, your experience of life is about a projection of self, as opposed to an experience of an inner consciousness of being that you are. The truth of reincarnation, incarnating, is subconsciously within you. There are layers of illusions and unresolved issues blocking your cognitive processing from allowing those realities to rise within your consciousness. Your mind blocks those things that you have difficulty with processing from becoming more conscious to protect your current state of egos. If you choose to deal with your abilities of response within life, you are better able to work through the layers of consciousness that are being repressed. There is a responsibility of being present in life. The responsibility deals with your abilities of response in life. Stagnating your consciousness is akin to holding your breath. Stagnated ego states distract one's alignment. When you have a working experiential consciousness of life, consciousness opens and blooms like a many-petaled lotus flower rising from the water. When you have a working experiential consciousness of your former incarnations of incarnating, you consciously see from those periods of history. You perceive multidimensionally within your current incarnation. The fact that society does not hold the space for the realities of reincarnation to be common household conversation is due to more than just the lack of conscious experiential awareness of the processes of incarnating. There is a power play of agenda controlling society. If society held space for the realities of reincarnation, the conscious paradigm of society itself would shift dramatically and change how people interact to a degree many have never considered. The ability to control and subjugate society would be eliminated. The entire power structure of society would shift and individuals would gain their empowerment of being. Those controlling others would have to acquire a new purpose and sense of identity. People would learn to overcome the need to feed off of the attention of others and learn to become more clearly conscious of their own abilities of response in life. The species would gain a deeper ability of processing their spirit's alignment into the manifesting physicality that is being created. Instead of taking energy from others in a linear fashion to support their energetic structure of emotionality, they would gain direct access of life force. The depths of emotion they could experience would increase due to these processes. They would experience a freedom of spirit that is beyond physicality. People would learn to overcome the limitations of their selves, to see that they are not their selves, they are that which may be projecting something they term self. A corrected origin of perspective of where the self is coming from would foster abilities far greater than many could currently imagine. The health and medical fields would undergo a massive shift of consciousness. The hallucinatory sense of identities and egos attached to the current health profession is part of what keeps the health of the greatest society limited. The mental health of society is greatly affected due to this lack of consciousness within the medical field. The desire and need to become lost within the projections and illusions of personalities, as opposed to deepening one's experiences of being, would be transcended. Humankind would be seen for what it truly is, from the true multidimensional direction and origin of the species. The hallucinatory worth of self would be seen for what it is. True empowerment of the species would prosper. Individuals would be faced with the true power within life. There is a question within some parts of society as to if aliens will ever land and make their presence known. Some believe aliens are already here and have been for a very long time. Do they need to land? Until people are able to deal with the realities of reincarnation, it will be near impossible to deal with what would be an alien paradigm of consciousness. As it turns out, what we call humans need to become present to be able to be conscious of the presence of those around them and to be present themselves. Are you alien to your own incarnation?